sweaty. I have all hot shots. I'm just really nervous right now.
Let's take a breath. Take a break. Run over. I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, did you see Hamilton when they came through here?
No, I saw it in a...
You're red. I'm...
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, you're filming.
I just started. No, it's okay. We were gonna cut it all out. It's just
Beautiful.
we don't have like a ready, set, go.
You don't call action.
No. But
Fair.
did you see Hamilton when they came through here?
I saw them not here because I don't think I lived here yet. I think I was still living in San Diego.
Are you born in San Diego?
No, I'm born here.
Oh.
I'm just gonna do this the whole time. I lived in San Diego for like 3 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel better.
I kind of did too, but
Really?
I was
What
born
part?
there.
Oh,
So
what
but I
part?
moved when I was 3. La Jolla.
Oh, very nice. La
Mhm.
La Jolla.
I pay for a lot, so like it's
Yeah.
not like that. It kind of was.
I was really self-sufficient at 3 years old.
Yeah, I've had a W-2 before I was 3.
I was freelancing.
Who's Lance and why are we trying to free him?
Oh, nice. Oh, I brought you something. I brought both of you something actually, but you'll just have to give it to him. I've never met Samson.
Here's how. First of all, Taya Power-Thornton.
Hi.
I remembered you the second time I saw you at the open mic because you told a joke when you went up the first night where you said, "Whoever out there is laughing like a dolphin, you're adorable."
It was him,
That's
wasn't
Samson.
it? Okay, so my friend sitting there, it's amazing. Like, it was better than anything I saw that night. But
Can you explain why
it's
to
just
the people
so
out
precious.
there that don't relate?
It sounds like a dolphin, and it's like every few seconds. It was darling. Like, there was one point my friend Ella, she just thought it was so cute, and like none of us were making fun of it. That's how cute it was. We just like actually loved it, and she wanted to capture it on Snapchat. So she like filmed somebody's joke pretending she was filming them and like liking their set just so she could have Samson's laugh in the background to save for later.
Well, I guess some people are different.
It's precious. You don't like it?
Well, it's like to me it's like a Seth Rogen laugh. It's like in pieces. I also live with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's cute. Yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you guys need more of those we have hours of footage of
Please.
just
It's like, okay, I don't like the SpongeBob laugh. It's like the version of the SpongeBob laugh that I would actually enjoy.
if SpongeBob like smoked more cigarettes or something.
Yes, yeah, and had a nose ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If SpongeBob could tray flip, it would laugh like Samson.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Television isn't what it used to be, you know? Actually, I was in
SpongeBob should have grown up.
yeah, with us.
They would voice it with Samson.
I bet he didn't have a W-2 at 3 years old.
Nope.
No. I was at Tom Graney's last night. And
I'm sorry.
I know. I only like the speakeasy back there because she doesn't charge me for soda water. And she's really nice. Her name's Lydia. And anyway, they were playing SpongeBob on the TV. And it reminded me of like this one time. Do you ever go back there just to hang out in the speakeasy? And they have the weirdest shit on the TV. Am I allowed to curse?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
I'm used
encouraged
to like
curse.
university radio where they don't let us curse on our podcasts.
Fuck off, BSU.
Yeah. Buster Scruggs.
No, they're fine. Did you say Buster Scruggs?
Blows.
Oh, but I thought you said Buster Scruggs. I'm like, that's a funny show. But
I've never heard of it. I'm sorry.
no, it's a sketch show.
Oh.
Have you seen that picture of like James Franco with the noose around his neck and he turns to the guy's like
Yes.
first time? And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what that's from.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Speakeasy, weird movie.
Yes. Yeah, it just reminded me of the time that they had what's the one, I Am Legend? Is that the Will Smith zombie movie? Because I usually DD when I go out. And so I just go in there and watch the TV with whoever's bartending for a little while. And
You sober gal?
For the most part, yeah. I have wine sometimes. The only time I've drank in the last like month was before doing stand-up sets because I've never done it before. And I was like, I need something.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing the show. You should have a drink. Be a diva. You earned it. You signed up.
I'm a
Most
diva?
people- you get to be a diva when you do your...
You're a diva up there. You're fun to watch.
Thank you.
Okay, wait. I want to give you
I
guys
think diva is a status that you should earn.
Yeah?
Because some people just are that, and that sucks. But like,
Yeah.
I think Beyonce, she could like demand some stuff.
Yes. Yeah, isn't the diva is the female version of a hustler? Isn't that one of her lyrics?
It doesn't surprise me. I don't know for sure, but that does sound right.
I feel like Santa digging around in here. I got something for you.
You know I like Star Wars.
I don't know. I've never met him, but he like kind of hit me as a Mazda truck guy.
He's totally a truck of a company that like now makes nice cars.
Yeah.
But, like,
exactly.
I should put
Like
this
a
by
Volvo truck?
this will go. Those are all Samsons over there.
Oh, good. Does he build those or does he just really? My grandpa used to do like the little shadow box and like the whole train thing.
The like
model trains.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I've always wanted a little hobby like that, but it seems like it's like little and cheap as Legos are. They're so expensive.
They are.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I have other little hobbies that I don't know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is hilarious.
I figured after what you were talking about the other night, that was fitting. Yeah.
Sorry, I said a gross story. I showed my mom that joke one time and she didn't like it, even if some of it's made up.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about stand-up.
Okay.
What made you want to do it?
Oh, I have really funny friends. Like this one girl, Mickey, who was with me.
My mind is Mickey.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mickey, you so fine.
Sorry, I'm going to do that a lot, but
I was
just ignore
thinking
it.
of the Mickey, you so fine.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just skipped the
Oh,
main part.
you just said, okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. She's lovely. She's like the best human I know, and we've been like best friends since we grew up in the foothills together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But where was I? Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
Fantastic.
Huh? Anyway, Mickey's fantastic.
Terrible.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop now.
that was really good. I'm not quick like that. It's gonna take me a second. Mickey is the short
Mickey
answer.
did it.
Yeah, she's funny, and I was really bored. And do you know who Jordan Jensen is, the comedian?
That name rings a bell.
She was like, she always talks about how she was raised by like a wild pack of lesbians, but she's like the straightest woman ever somehow. She's like a carpenter. She's hilarious.
Is it like local or
No.
Oh,
I don't know where she's from. I think she might be from LA, or maybe I think she's from Brooklyn. Is what it is.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just gonna turn mine off too.
Yeah, that's. Fuck, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm all shuffled up here.
Really offended.
So Mickey told you were funny, and what was like? I'm sure you thought about doing an open mic for a while, but what was like? Okay, Thursday's the day.
I didn't.
Oh.
I went on a Monday with my roommate, Natasha, because she works at the maximum security prison as a guard, like the all men's prison, and she rarely has work off. She's really cool. She rarely has work off, so we decided we were going to like go do something on the night she had off, and I got out of class early. Mm-hmm. So we, that's what that, I just thought that I was like welcome to put my helmet up here too.
Yeah, you are.
Can I?
Yeah.
Cool.
You can put it on if you want. It's whatever.
It's brand new. I've never worn it until today. And you know what? My bike ride was like an hour, so I'm glad I did. I'm kidding. It was 20 minutes.
I feel bad because I didn't know Taya was riding her bike here, and we live all the way up a hill.
It's my fault. I should have looked and seen that it was in the foothills and assumed. Anyway, Natasha and I went to the Monday Mad Swede thing, and it was like completely dead. And somebody just talked about doing drugs for like an hour, and I was like, oh, they're kind of funny. They're really funny. Oh. I think maybe I could be funny. And I'm like, I'm not as funny as this guy was, but like, then I signed up, and I figured why not. And now I'm sitting right here.
That's pretty good.
Really sweaty and red.
If it was like 3 degrees warmer, or you gave me like a compliment, my face will turn into like your shirt red. Yeah. And that's just so like you don't look red to me.
Oh, good. Goody.
Yeah, I don't. It might be in your head, but as a red person,
right. Yes.
As honestly, in a way, kind of the most colored person I change into every color
Yeah,
depending
you're like
on
a
what
chameleon.
happens. I can turn blue. I can.
Yeah.
If you punched me, I'll turn like purple.
Ooh.
That's
If you get like nervous and you're gonna throw up, do you turn green?
maybe. I can get even whiter than this if I'm sick too.
Ooh.
Yeah, or if I'm scared,
Like a
and I jump scare
ghost?
really easily. So I will I'll turn into the ghost that's scaring me.
Ooh.
Photography.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, I do want to know. Did you have any other like big comedians that you listened to that kind of made you be like, I like what made you go from I like comedy to I want to do it?
Oh, I am really impulsive a lot of the time, but like I stopped being impulsive about like dating people and doing dumb shit to like being impulsive in like healthy hobbies, which I don't know if comedy's the healthiest hobby in a way, but it also is, I feel like.
I feel like it depends on what you're doing. If you're like getting
Exactly.
trashed before,
Yeah.
no, it's probably not. But if you're as an outlet,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And I feel like everybody I've met in the last couple weeks is like super like awesome, and that was such a middle schooler thing to say. They're super awesome, but like, you know what I mean.
I mean, a lot of comedians get that it's just if you're doing the work, it kind of doesn't matter if you're funny or not. People just like seeing you being consistent.
Yeah.
And
No, everyone I've met so far I've really liked. But like when I was younger, I used to watch John Mulaney a lot.
sick.
And I love John Mulaney. I still do. But like, I don't know. He like cheated on his wife and shit.
Yeah.
And that really sucked to see. Never meet your heroes. Never have heroes. Ever.
Everyone sucks. Stop thinking people are better than you. Like
Yeah.
John Mulaney's better because why? He wears a
Because
suit.
yeah, exactly. And he talks like this.
Yeah. Talks
Yeah.
all proper.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Yeah,
he
didn't
might not
he
be,
go
I
to
don't
a
know.
good college or something? He went to college with Nick Kroll. They were like
I think somewhere in New
besties.
York. Did
They
you
did-
see Oh Hello?
Yes, I did
That's,
like that.
Like one of my favorite plays.
Yeah, I like everything he does. I just don't like him as a person.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say that's what sucks about
Yeah, everyone.
everyone.
Yeah, I unfollowed him on Instagram, but I still follow his ex-wife,
Nice.
and I blocked his new wife. So
Just in case. Like,
yeah, just
She
in
just
case
wouldn't
this
let-
whole thing works out for me.
she wouldn't leave you alone. I just
Yeah. What's her
back
name?
off. Is it Olivia something?
Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
I
oh
don't
yeah.
like the Olivias.
Olivia Wilde, Olivia Munn,
Just those two.
Olivia.
There was
Yeah.
a girl in middle school named Olivia that was mean to me.
What a fucking twat, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Olivia's.
Olivia.
Olivia. Wait, what?
Olivia. Get out of here, Olivia.
Olivia or Olivia. I don't know. Depends on where you put your inflections. Photography.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of like landscape photography living in McCall, and that was like my thing. What's yours?
My thing is concert photography.
Okay.
Yeah. I love McCall. McCall's gorgeous. But yeah, I do concert photography.
Any like notable concerts that you've done?
Oh,
or
yeah.
anything
I
cool
did some
that's
fun
happened?
ones in the last year. I did I'm blanking suddenly. Judah and the Lion was one. I did like a big festival last year in San Diego, which was fun.
Nice.
Noah Cyrus.
That name rings a bell.
Gwen Stefani was at the festival. I didn't
No
get to
doubt.
shoot that.
Sorry.
Wow. I have a rap sheet that I could like read, but that would be so like narcissistic. I'd hate it.
Is it just like should I just see it on your website or something?
Oh,
Is
that's
that, like,
not. I
just-
should add that. That's a good idea.
I went on your website and I watched Rat Screw.
Did you?
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Do you speak Italian?
Yeah. A little. It was my minor in my first university.
Fucking
Do you
sick.
speak Italian?
No.
Do you want to learn some?
Yeah.
Okay, repeat after me.
Okay.
Va
Fanculo.
fan gulo. Vaffangulo.
Vaffangulo.
It means go fuck yourself.
Vaffangulo, Olivia.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna peak this mic so heavily.
We'll turn it down. I think it should be turned down a little bit. And
Beautiful.
I will like full chest belt into these microphones sometimes.
Good.
And it's good for me.
Yeah.
On there
It's good for the soul.
yeah.
Yeah.
But not good for that.
I can hear your seltzing. Yeah. That's going viral. That's going to go viral on X. Do you use X?
Do I? No. I've used to be on Twitter like forever ago, and then it's too. Instagram is almost a lot for me, and so I just stick with that. And then
that's all I do.
Like
too.
we have them all for our for the podcast and stuff, and I get enough of a fix through that or whatever. But I don't like. I'm already on my phone enough, and I don't need to see like my friends' shortened opinions.
That's fair. Yeah, I started Threads recently, but just to talk to Boise State University on it because they followed me.
What number of like which what, you know where like you sign up and on your Instagram it like says which one you were?
Let me look. I think I'm in the millions. I think, does it say like plus or does it actually show you exactly what number you are?
I don't know.
I'm 100 million plus, so I'm just a number now. I'm just a statistic.
You're more than just a number.
Thanks.
I was 43,532,430th.
I don't think I could even read a number that big.
I don't think I've ever read one that big out loud before. It's usually, I should have just rounded it to 45 million.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Do you think that the person who got 100 million as their number, it doesn't say plus on it? It just says 100 million?
If they were able to like get it that specific, like
I don't think that it works that specifically, but if it did, that would be cool.
How much cool? I think like 100 million would be cool, but I think like 100 million and one, like just really, really specific.
Yeah, or just like one. Imagine being the first person. That's Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Probably.
He sucks.
He does suck.
Have you seen the video where they're like, "What's so cool about Meta? What's your favorite feature?" And they're like in the like virtual chat room, and he's like, "Well, this is really cool." And he presses a button, and his like character like grows boobs. It's amazing. Have you seen that? Can I show you really quickly?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
no.
but you saw Rat Screw? Did you like it?
It was I liked it. It was a cool story. I liked how. Let me see if I remember. So like they were all having dinner, and they're all kind of open but jealous too. Yeah. And then there's the two employees, and they're like, they're all fucking each other. And they're like, no, wait, no, they're not. And then turns out they all are, except for one of them who is also fucking other people, but isn't down with the other person fucking other people. But then the employees go and fuck in the alley. I liked it.
Yes.
It was.
There's a language barrier.
I paraphrased it, and I was only reading subtitles, but.
Yes, and it's hard because the subtitles are so fast because Italians speak so fast. But like the Italians loved it. That did really well when we showed it to them. That was our demographic.
Did you live in Italy for a while or something? Like,
live is so like the most pretentious thing I could say, because like, you know, when people are like, yeah, like when I lived in when I was abroad, I was in there.
You're more than abroad. You're.
I'm a lass. I was there for 2 months this summer working. Hard
Get
work.
a W-2. That's living.
I didn't get paid to do it.
Well, then I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You learned how to say "go fuck yourself," and how do you say it again?
Vaffanculo.
Vaffanculo.
Yeah.
It
was fun. My favorite thing about Italian men is the one thing that they do better than anything else is like try to fuck you, no matter who you are. Like they're so.
Is that like an aggressive way, or like they're very sweet? Like they're good at it, sort of thing.
Both.
Okay, because
it really just depends on the hour of the day.
If it's like they try harder, that's scary to me.
It is a little scary. It was scary.
Like they'll chase you.
Yeah. They'll bite your ankles.
Pasta.
No, they drove us to the bank one day because we were like in this tiny village with like less than 1,000 people. It was grand. Anyway, so we didn't have a way to get cash because there was no ATM. So then this guy Pasquale, who I found out, there's this like program we did called Cinema Mare. It's like a traveling film thing, and he's like 28 and he plans his vacations, his 1 week off a year from his job, to come to this tiny town to like see the films that we make, which was really cool. But also like I think his main goal is like to meet foreign women through it. Yeah. Okay. He drove us to the bank. He was really nice. But then my friend Ella later that night, he was like buying her drinks at the only bar in town. And we were all hanging out in not the quad, that's a college thing, in like the city center. the campus center, which is a church.
The world is a campus.
It is. The world is my campus. But yes.
Sorry.
Where was I? Oh, yeah.
Comfy chair. That's my bad.
No, it's really comfy. I just have bony elbows. Not bony M, bony L. Did you get that? Because that was really bad.
I think I might have heard a different definition than you had in your head, or a different punchline than you did in your head.
Like Boney M, the band. Sunny.
Not what I was gonna. Yeah, that was not gonna be my guess.
Well, I want to hear your guess, and then I'll finish this tangent.
I don't know. Boney L is. I don't know. I don't know what I was getting. I think it was you were holding your arm in kind of a weird way. Like maybe you were. And yeah, I was like, oh,
and
okay.
before I was doing an M.
But I'm not gonna tell you that like your punchline sucked.
It didn't land.
This is like you're the guest. I'm only gonna hype up anything you say. Like at the worst, I'll be like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, but
no,
like,
it's okay. It was just a joke about a band in the 70s. Anyway, Pasquale was like, Ella, do you have a boyfriend? Like, I like you. And this was all over translation. This is not landing right now, but I'm going to keep going because I'm so deep in. This was like the one Argentinian friend we made there was translating, but it was really sexually aggressive stuff. And he's the sweetest kid ever. So it was like him being like, and then this kid, Santi, being like, well, I'm not saying this. He's saying this, but he would really like to go home with you.
I want to see the world through your eyes.
And then Ella was like, oh, I have a boyfriend. And the guy straight up in English, he doesn't know very much English, but he stops and he's like, he's not here. He's not here. So that's Italian, men. I'm sure you were that is Italian, sorry. Yeah.
That's very like generic stereo. Yeah, I'm sure an Italian person would be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But
they do it.
Yeah.
Not the fucking this. Both. I mean, they're weird. Italians are weird. I love them though.
Okay. Any highlights? Highlights from Italy? Pasquale, did he do anything cool?
He took me to the bank.
Oh yeah.
That was nice. Yeah. There was another Pasquale we met in that same town. Who was the only local Pasquale. But his wife was in one of our films, which was really nice of her. And then to thank us for asking her to be in it, they had us over for dinner. And it was like the best food I've ever eaten.
What was it?
It was just like a bunch of different pizzas, but he made them from scratch. That was like his passion. He retired to make pizzas. And he was awesome. It was beautiful. There was a guy that gave me fruit for free because he accidentally overcharged me the first day. So every day I saw him, he'd give me a free piece of fruit.
What kind of fruit?
Whatever I wanted.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's so sick. Do you do a lot of film stuff? Or because I noticed you had a few short films on your website, and it seems I looked on your Instagram too, and seems like we both know a few film people around here. And so do you?
Like who? Who do you know?
I'll go look.
Who are you friends with?
Let's see.
I can answer a little bit while you look that up, but
yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's what I want to do, but it's my minor. It was my major for a bit, and then I switched it around because I like, I'd like to have something a little more solid if I'm going to pay so much for a degree, just in case. So marketing is fun. I don't know. But yes, in short, that is like what I do on the side. My friend Ella and we run a freelance film production company called Television Productions.
Oh, it's a cool name.
Thank you. It's like TELLA.
We work for TV.
TVP.
Yeah. I guess we do have. Not all of these are film people, but like Chance Owen.
I've never met him yet. He followed me the other day, but I think it's because of film stuff. Do you know Logan Levitt? He's like an actor locally and a filmmaker.
I think so. I know I've seen that name. Hold on. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh, you're all good. Anyway, he's starring with our other friend Kaya in a short that we're filming in a few weeks here. So I think that's how Chance found me. But he seems really cool. It seems like he does good stuff.
Yeah, he I think this is I don't know this kid. What the fuck? Oh wait, he knows people I know. That's
you should look him up. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, he's got cool hair.
He does have cool hair. He's in a band too. It's called Leading Lines.
Ooh, photographer.
Oh, I did not know that. Can I see?
Well, no, I was just leading
Oh.
lines of the photography
Oh,
thing.
right. Yes.
You
it
should
is.
know that.
I fake it till I make it. I know nothing.
You just take cool pictures.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
put my hand on a button. My whole hand, not my finger. When I take a photo, I take it like this. Yeah.
Keep an open hand. What do you do for fun?
Me?
Yeah. You have a day off. What are you doing?
I write a lot. I read a lot. Right now I'm writing a pilot episode for a show about a boy who puts himself through college by doing online sex work. And yeah, it's like a internal struggle with his sexuality on the show as well. I made the mistake of writing the pilot episode using my ex's name as the main character's name, and now I'm really attached to it because it's just such a fitting name for this character. But he has nothing to do with the character. That's the worst part. So I feel kind of bad, but it's not gonna get made. But I'm gonna like write it still, you know.
Dude, that's your art. It fucking works.
Yeah.
That's
what do you do
that's
for fun?
fucking the copy and paste what I write so much. I mean, that's all I was doing before you got here. It's like to where I try to treat it like a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could have done this, but I just need to like on my days off, like from when I wake up till like 1 is usually when I try to like work out and write, and that's
awesome.
It's just my brain works the best in the morning, and it's nice. It's nice to just get your thoughts out. And
yeah. Do you write like short films, pilots?
I try to just write whatever. It depends. So like, yes, I'll write. I have a stage play that is like my main thing I'm trying to write right now. But I kind of try to just have an idea, but not a thing I want to turn it into. I just want to basically vomit my idea onto paper and then be like, this would be good for this or that, but figure that out later.
Yeah.
Because for me, like the first draft is the hardest for me. As soon as I have it all there, then I'm like, okay, take that out, put this in. Like now it makes sense because it's a thing. But when it's just a blank sheet of paper, I'm like,
that's such a
I could
struggle.
start. No.
Even when you have like the first couple pages and you get really into it, it sucks when you like stop for a second because then it's so hard to pick back up.
I just have a hard time like narrowing it down to what I want the thing to be, because like it could do, like with the story of your pilot, just from what you told me, I feel like there's so many ways that could go, and I would have such a hard time being like, this is how it's got to be.
Yeah.
Like that's probably why I would try to do something like that in a live show, like in theater or something, so that you could change it as much as you want.
Yeah. It's malleable.
But that sounds
Absolutely.
really cool. That's a super interesting story or premise.
Yeah. It's fun. Ernest Hemingway, like, speaking of writing, this is going to sound so douchey, but I do think it is like something really like, when I started writing, I thought about this a lot. In his memoir, A Movable Feast, he says that, pardon me, the way he gets his best work done is this was in France in the 20s, so it was like probably absinthe. Could
have been a little bit of both.
Yeah. But he would stop writing when he felt the best about it, like when he was about to start writing the best piece, so that the next day he had motivation to go back and write that and keep going.
How good does it feel to like, you're not writing your thing, but like you know what you're gonna write, like when you get home or whatever, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm so like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite writing quote that you've heard? Like
Probably that, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. The books I read are all like either tragic or horny.
Cool.
So
Hustlers and obituaries.
yeah, exactly.
Sick.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
I love a
hot
good
in like a
obit.
scary way.
Yeah, so none of them are really like self-help books or like tip books.
Self-harm books.
Exactly. Yeah. I like Sally Rooney. What about you? Do you have a favorite book?
Favorite book? There's a lot of autobiographies I really like. Andrew Rannells has a really good one. There's one, Judd Apatow. He is like Sick in the Head books, where he just interviews comedians from when he was like really young. I really like those.
Have you seen Judd Apatow's show, Love?
No, well, actually, hold on. No, I don't think so.
It's really good. It's got that one girl from Community. I think her name is, she's Britta on the show, but I don't remember her real name. You know the actress I'm talking about, right?
I think.
She's great. She's got like the red hair. You guys all know each other, right?
IMDb can't solve.
She's great. But it's a really good show. It's about like she's a recovering sex addict, and she meets this guy Gus, who's a teacher, like a tutor for star children or like child stars, and it's really good. I love Judd Apatow's work.
He's done everything. What was it called again? Love?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
It's a Netflix one, I think.
Gillian Jacobs?
Netflix made like little indie. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
She's cool.
That looks cute.
Yeah. You should check it out. It's fun to watch. It's like one of those ones you can watch like an episode every few nights, but not want to binge, but it's still good when you watch it.
Speaking of shows like that, have you seen Jury Duty?
I love Jury Duty.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not done with it yet, but my mom told me about it. And I guess what sold me on it is there's this old movie called Windy City Heat, and it's like sort of that same premise where there's a guy who they cast as the lead in a movie, and he thinks it's a movie, but everyone else it's like just to prank the guy. But it was like, but the thing that kind of, I mean, that whole thing is fake. It's just a movie, but okay. But like I don't like prank shows like that where it's like that guy's the butt of the joke. I think the thing that makes Jury Duty so cool is it's not stuff to him that they're just doing weird stuff and he's just responding, and he's such a sweetheart to everybody.
He's so sweet.
Like, when the Munson, the famous dude who's there, and he comes,
James Morrison.
And he sees him like the next day, and he's like, "Hey man, I gotta be honest, like I watched Sonic, and it was so funny. You were great." And he's like, "Did you buy or rent it?" He's like, "I saw it on Hulu." He's like, "Oh, man, I would have got $1 if you bought it."
Oh, I love that guy.
Jury Duty, a pretty good show, and so is Love with Judd Apatow.
You should check it out. Have you seen Girls? Lena Dunham.
Is that another Judd Apatow?
He produced a couple episodes, I think, or I think he might have been the executive producer. Okay. I hate the way I said that, producer.
In Rhode Island,
but he was
producer.
Yeah, I think he directed a couple episodes. But Lena Dunham wrote most of it, and I do not like her as a person, but she's such a good writer.
Wasn't Lena Dunham in Little Shop? Or like pretty recently? Yeah, like pretty recently.
I think you're thinking of Beanie Feldstein.
I thought she was Funny Girl.
Yeah, she was. I heard it wasn't great because she can't sing very well.
It's a hot take. Lena, I could have sworn she was on for like a while, wasn't she?
Did you see? Didn't they take the girl from Glee and put her in Funny Girl? And everyone hates her, but said she did a great job.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's probably accurate. I don't know why people hate her.
People say she can't read.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Have you seen the few times where she's like kind of owned that, where she'll like take a picture of like just looking at the script and it's like upside down or something?
Yeah, I don't hate her. I don't hate anyone, but I do kind of respect her for that.
From what it sounds like people thought she was annoying because, and I could be all the way wrong, but that she was just kind of a perfectionist. Yeah. And I kind of get that. Especially if you grew up doing Broadway stuff and you show up to a TV set and like people are learning their lines right there, you'd be like, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing is like as someone who like the only experience I have with things is like writing for film and TV. I'm so the opposite of a perfectionist because I know like on a film set or like even just a rehearsal, things are gonna get so fucked so easily that you just have to like have you ever been on a film set?
I'm only on film set.
No, I know what you mean, but I mean like you've directed, right?
I've directed stage. I've never directed a film. I'm going to at the end of next month.
Yeah. What are you directing?
A script I wrote that I'll tell you about it after this, but it's really raunchy. It's not fun. Like it's mostly just like kids shooting heroin and like everyone dies.
So it's Euphoria.
Yeah, but it's funny.
So it's Euphoria.
I try to make it funny.
I'm kidding.
It's like I mean, I think it'd be really funny if it was filmed in the same style of Euphoria, like just like, the really artsy kind of like showing that they're all in. But it's so much.
Yeah, Euphoria is a little too sexy for my taste. Not funny enough.
I think this will bridge that gap.
Hell yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Do you too have Zendaya?
Huh?
I said, do you too have Zendaya?
Did I cast Zendaya? I put out I sent her an email,
Yeah.
but
She's busy.
I tried having my people call her or
Her people.
call her people or have
Her
my
people is just Tom Holland. He's her agent
and
now.
he's really easy to get a hold of, but he
Yeah.
I can get a hold of him, but he just won't like relay my messages onto her after that whole thing where she was in like a film where she had a 3-way or something. And did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, she was in something with Mike Faced, I think, and
I thought you were gonna say Mike Tyson for a second.
Mike Faced, another Broadway dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was in New West Side Story movie, but there's some film that Zendaya's in that is coming out, and in the trailer it's like her with 2 other dudes.
Challenger.
Yeah,
I'm
is that
so
what it is?
excited.
Okay, and what was I getting at about? The point is of this made-up story is Tom is upset that something like that might happen again with this film, and that's why he's not giving my message to her to have her be in my film.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't blame him. Did you see that trailer for Challenger?
No, I saw the part that people are talking
Going at
about,
it.
but
Yeah.
I haven't.
It looks really good.
I
It's the
haven't
same guy
formulated
as
my
Call Me by Your Name, same director. Yeah, Luca Guadagnino.
Wait, the what by my name?
Call Me by Your Name, the gay movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's really good. Yeah.
The game or gay movie?
Gay.
Oh.
Italian summer, hot, sexy gay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd be
it's
into
good.
that. That sounds like
Yeah.
fun.
It's fantastic. It's got a 6-year age gap. Woo.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was the 80s. Things were just crazy. Wait, can I show you the Mark Zuckerberg video?
Yes, please. Right. I forgot.
No, I just remembered. I pulled it up. Should I put like sits or no?
Oh, if you want, or if it's an easy video to find, I could just play it up here.
It's easy.
Feature to use in here?
Yeah.
Something that you think is very cool?
Check this out.
Wow.
So that's pretty neat.
This is so
So that's pretty neat. Did he like make his voice deeper on purpose when he said that?
Just to counteract the fact that he just put boobs on himself.
Do people notice when guys? Do you notice when guys make their voice deeper?
Yeah.
What's the is that? It's like
like what's the tell?
I don't. No, I think it's pretty. I think I notice it, but it's just. Does that work? Like, what up?
Hey, how you doing? Not always.
Tenors are hard to find, and
yeah, you guys are rare.
especially when they're 9 feet tall.
Ooh, I don't laugh like that all the time. That's like my like.
It's so annoying. You sound like a fucking dolphin.
I'm sorry. Jesus.
Just kidding.
I said that when I went up there, and then I was like, that could be perceived as like heavy bullying. But I genuinely, Samson, if you're watching this, you have the best laugh I've ever heard. I love it. It's adorable. It's precious. I'm overcompensating right now. So when you edit, is there just nothing on your mic?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we've had people mention that, and it's literally I just haven't. I don't really care enough to do anything, and I just haven't.
Yeah.
Taken that off to put a new one on. That's
No, I like it. Can I request that you put like the top of a mic on top of it in post?
I can try.
And that's hard.
Match with this green screen. Speaking
What are
of,
you
is there
gonna
anything you'd
put?
like back here?
I was so hoping you would ask, because I
We
did
make
not
dreams
think of
come
anything.
true.
Just a photo of Leah Michelle. That's terrifying. Don't do that.
Don't rain on my parade.
What would you like back there?
Fuck.
What feels the most fitting for like the themes of this conversation?
Let's see. We've got Italy. We've got
Ooh.
short films. We've got books. We've got
Mhm.
writing. We've got comedy.
We could just
I
put a
think
photo of Samson, so it feels like he's
I've
here
got
too.
a lot of those. I could put a picture of Samson up. I feel like a cityscape
Yeah,
because we're talking about a lot, and it's
vast.
yeah, and cities have all of those things.
City
I
girls
think.
up.
Yeah, I got some pictures of like New York I could put up in here. Or I'm
Or
sure.
Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion, just a couple of city girls.
I probably could. I do try to do pictures that like I've taken just because I
That's
hate dealing
good.
with like plagiarism.
Yeah.
That's the main reason.
That is a
And-
good thing. You should do a cityscape then.
Okay, I've got
I'm
pictures
down with
of
that.
those.
Yeah.
And if you've got, and you're a photographer, if you have any cool pictures,
You want one
we
of
can
Ross
throw one up.
Lynch?
Who's that?
Did you ever watch Austin and Ally growing up?
Mm-mm.
How old are you?
26.
Oh, no way. You're going to age well.
Thank you.
I mean, you look like you could be 26, but you also look like you could be like 21. That's like the mystery of your 20s.
I was in Mexico a few months ago, and if I had the time, I would shave my face like twice a day. I hate facial hair. I don't like it. I think other people look great with it. It's just not for me. But I didn't shave for a whole week, and it was personally very uncomfortable. I hated it. I wanted to fucking die.
It's fair.
I did what I heard from people. One was, I've never seen that much hair on your face before, and two is I looked my age.
Do you have a photo? I'm curious now.
I think so.
My favorite thing about like when a man grows out his facial hair is half the time he'll have like red little spouts of it that you didn't know on like a blonde or a brunette man. I think it's so crazy. Australians call red hair rocket.
Does that mean something or?
I don't know why.
Oh.
I know a couple of Australians and one of them asked me, "Oh, you've got rocket."
It's post shower and
Oh,
stuff, but it's
wow.
kind
You have a lot of stuff on your iPad.
of like
Like, do you
like
use the
fingerprints
cloud?
and stuff?
No,
Oh.
like just like content. Do you use the
Oh.
cloud?
yeah.
Okay. See, I don't use the cloud.
Oh, I pay like the most for the most with it,
That's
and
fair.
I am like almost full.
That's
I
fair.
need more.
Yeah.
More.
I use a hard drive just because like I'm too
That's smart.
lazy to set up the cloud and like make my own iCloud account, because as of right now, like I'm still in college, so like I've had the same iCloud since I was in middle school, which is my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just terrified my parents are going to see a photo on my camera roll that like I don't want them to see if I start using the cloud, you know?
Well, I mean, no, because I heard your set the other night. It sounds like that doesn't bother you at all.
Oh, yeah, no. No, that's just the girls being the girls, you know? Me and Sandra. That's my mom.
Word.
Yeah.
That is a cool mom name.
It is a cool... Sandra Power was her maiden name. Now she's Sandra Power-Thornton. That's where it comes from.
This is such a long shot, but does ring a bell?
Does she live here?
In like Nampa.
We might be related. I don't know. My whole family's from originally Southern California, but they moved here in the 90s and they opened up the Big Easy, which is now the Knit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So they own it?
Mm-hmm. Or they used to. No, they sold it when we moved to Texas.
Okay, hold on. Born where?
Here,
And then
St. Luke's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then
9 years old, we drove to Austin, or like right outside of Austin, Dripping Springs.
okay.
And on my 10th birthday, we got there. And then...
birthday.
Thank you. I just turned 12. But you have a 12-year-old in your basement. Anyway, but...
Stop doing this. All you girls. It's only girls that have problem with basements, and I get it. But I don't know why I have to be so vocal about it. Now that I say it out loud, now I get it. I'm sorry. Keep
No,
going.
it's fine, it's fine. That's crazy. The same brand that owns a bunch of tampon brands is the same brand that... Well, this is Trader Joe's. They must produce the can. That can't be good.
Why?
Aluminum and tampons in the same business. Anyway, then I moved to Austin. Like, I lived in Dripping Springs, which is 30 minutes outside of Austin. We called it West of Weird. I lived there till I was 15. Mm-hmm. And then I lived in Austin proper, so like right downtown, or like 5 minutes outside of downtown, till I was 18. Then I went to college in San Diego for 2 years. Then I took a semester off, and I was a bev car girl.
Oh, I've heard you can make bank doing
I
that.
made so much money. I miss being a bev cart girl. Anyway, I had to wear a short skirt though, which was like fun, but like not fun when it's all like old men. But like, I don't know. One of them, this was in San Diego. One of them went to Boise State. So when I decided to move back here and transfer to BSU, I had told him, and he was like the only really sweet old man that would wear like the little berets with the pom-poms and the matching sweater vest and socks. He was great. I don't remember his name. I didn't try to remember
like a cartoon
names.
version of like an old golfer.
He was, yeah. He was like 5'4". He was darling. Yeah, and then I moved back here in January of 2021.
Oh.
22.
I don't know about
2022. Yeah, I just had my toilet up.
you.
I did.
I've been stumbling too.
I was trying to say I just had my Taylor Swift birthday.
Did you go to any of her Eras tours?
No, I like her, but I don't like her enough to spend that much money on a ticket. I'm personally more of like I don't really pay for concerts. I just like email agents and request to photograph them. That's my way of seeing free concerts. I just did Weezer.
How was that?
It was so fun. It was sick. Yeah,
you ever like
I love
meet
Weezer.
all the bands and stuff and hang out with them after?
Some. I mean, it just depends on like the venue and like how big a band is. But like for the most part, I don't want to. Bands are weird.
Tell me your heroes.
My hero? Oh, I thought you said tell me your heroes. Dave Grohl.
Everyone you like. That's all. Okay, so Austin, then here, and then you've just been here since.
Austin, San Diego here.
Okay.
That's when I got the tattoo in the lip for this college.
Right. What does that say again?
It says "Go Rose." It means "Let's go to Rose." It's so sick. Yeah. I got really nervous at the end of that last set because I was like closing my eyes for a second and I missed the light, which was like, I've never wanted to like die more. I was so embarrassed.
We had a bunch of episodes for a while where Samson and I would go to an open mic and then come back and like review our sets on the like record and stuff. And there's one of the first or second sets that Samson ever did. I think he just didn't know that there was a light or didn't see it and went over by like a lot to where like people would they just started clapping. They're like, get up. And he turned to him and was just so like oblivious to what's going on. Samson, you're lovely. We love your laugh. And he just turns to the audience. He's like, I'm not done yet. And they were like, yeah, you are.
That's amazing. Yeah, I had like a really good joke that it's actually not that good. I just like loved it and I really tried to workshop it for like a whole 2 days before with like, I'll explain with what in a second. But yeah, and I butchered it at the end because I panicked because she was holding down the light, which like I don't blame her. I was like 30 seconds over at that point. And so I just like saw it finally. I was like, oh, it's not going away. Oh, that means get the fuck off now. And so I literally just was like, adios. And then I was like, that was his name. He's dead. But like it was going to be like a whole thing how the guy who like gave me the tattoo, his name was literally Adios, which was like really unfortunate considering he died and like the tattoo outlived him and I thought it would be gone in a year. It's
Turns
not
out
funny if you have to explain. He was gone in a year, yeah. But yeah, the whole like practicing thing, I broke up with my ex like before I went to Italy. And we haven't really spoken since. Not like I'm bad. I mean, he hates me probably just because I was like, I'm out of here, Italy. You know, like 22-year-olds do. And
it's my whatever era.
Yeah, it's in my Slay Queen Yas era. Exactly. But I decided I wanted to do this, and so a couple weeks ago before like signing up, I realized he had my karaoke machine, which was the only mic that I had, and I wanted to like practice with something in my hand other than like a hairbrush. And so I texted him and asked him to drop it off, and I told him it was because like the girlies wanted to do a karaoke night rather than what it was actually for, because that's more embarrassing.
I'm gonna talk about your dick.
Yeah, exactly. And I have like neighbors with kids that live below me in my apartment, and they heard so much about like STDs and nudes over the last couple weeks, which is terrifying.
So you're like practicing. That's good. What's your? Do you do karaoke a lot?
I do. I go to Jim's Alibi for it.
What's like your song?
My song?
Yeah.
Lately it's been Small Town Boy by Bronski Beat. Previously, I liked Scream from High School Musical 6. That was one I did a lot. What about you? What's your karaoke song?
if I'm with the right, you have to really pick your battles when it comes to singing musical stuff at karaoke. But I like Those Magic Changes is a nice like mellow one that's not sad but not like the hardest. I like 1985 because I don't really need to sing it.
Yeah, everybody else does for you.
Yeah, and it's mostly just talking. Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, and it works. I don't know. When I drink and sing, I feel like I'm more confident, but I just know it goes away. And it's karaoke, and I know that doesn't matter, but like, I like when it sounds good.
Yeah,
and I'd rather.
I feel that.
But I like anything from Moulin Rouge is pretty phenomenal. I was gonna make that joke when you're talking about the absinthe guy, and it slipped.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
it's okay. It's okay. I said abstinence, so I kind of screwed that up for you. Oof.
Do you have a favorite musical?
Hamilton.
Same.
Unfortunately.
Why is that unfortunate?
It's so good, but it's one of those things where like I love Hamilton, but I can't stand Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Really?
Not because I don't respect his work. I respect him so much. And I think that's part of why I can't stand him, because he's so respectable and he does amazing work. But then he posts photos of himself, like the one of him like, have you seen that?
Was it like not a gag? Like, is he like trying to like look sexy or whatever?
There's like lots of memes of him like from before he got pretty big, where he's just like thirst trapping basically.
Oh.
But that's not a basis to dislike a person. That's just like part of it. I think it's funny that like he wrote this whole musical and then stuck himself as the main character when he's like, he's all right.
He's writing about Hamilton. It's like, this is so me.
Yeah. Hamilton's the kind of guy to describe himself as like written by a woman. Do you know what I mean?
Like the way he's portrayed in the show?
Yeah. Like, you know, the guys that like, they'll be like, I'm not a threat to you. I'm written by a woman. Like, I'm so soft and tender.
Hamilton would be the guy who would tell you, like, I'm not like other guys.
Yes, exactly. It's the same thing. Yeah, exactly. That's almost worse.
Come to my room. Let's talk about it.
No, really. I'm just going to play guitar for you for like 20 minutes. Yeah. Did you see Barbie?
Oh my! I saw it 2 days in a row. I loved Barbie.
So good.
It was amazing. I have not seen the Oppenheimer movie.
Me neither.
I'm sure it's fine. But dude, Barbie, every expectation I had through the roof.
So good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
There's a girl at the Albertsons on Broadway that looks like Greta Gerwig, and I told her that today.
And she like, I know.
No, literally when I told her it, I think she was like, who the fuck is Greta Gerwig? But I was like, because like when I said it, she was like, oh. And I was like, Greta Gerwig's really hot. She directed Barbie. And she was like, oh, yeah.
There we go. I have her IMDb up all the time. You look like her. Incredible.
Exactly. Next time I go back, Kaylee, I'll show you.
Is Kaylee here? She looks like a fucking...
Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, I loved it so much.
Hamilton or Barbie? Barbie.
Yes. But, both different reasons.
I want to see Barbie, but I want to see Lin-Manuel Miranda as Barbie.
You want to see him as like Ken or do the Just Ken song or something with his weird like dance moves?
True.
I think when I saw Hamilton live, it was with I saw 2 different people play Hamilton when they were here.
Hamilton.
And honestly, I think you're right. Like he's a great writer, but hearing anybody else play Hamilton, who has like a little bit of like singing chops, it's so much better.
Yeah,
it's so good. He's great. I think his voice is good, and I think did you see In the Heights?
I saw the movie.
Yeah. So Lynn, I think Lynn's voice was perfect for that part.
Yes.
Because he was also Usnavi in like the Broadway In the Heights, and it's fine. And I think that's why all the lead parts are so rap heavy.
Because that's what he's best at.
But Lynn does have my favorite writer quote, and it's I was watching an interview with him where he said he's like, write what's missing. If you're ever like every movie you watch, if you find yourself saying this movie needed that or it would have been awesome if that, it sounds like you have some writing to do. And I was like, yeah,
That makes sense.
Stop bitching and write it better then. Do it better if you don't like it so much.
See, but I'm such a bitcher. Like, I'll leave theaters and my friends will be like, that was so good. My friends that are like comm majors. And I'm like, actually, you guys?
Actually?
I'm like, actually, I'm going to go put this on my letterbox right now. I do love letterbox. Do you use letterbox? I don't write enough on it, but I like reading the reviews. Did you see Talk to Me, the Australian horror? That was fucked up.
What kind of movies do you watch?
I watch a lot of horror movies. Okay. I do like horror movies. Other than that, Feel Goods. My favorite movie is About Time.
I don't know.
It has General Hux. You know General Hux from Star Wars? The ginger.
Oh, shit. Fucking, I'm sorry.
Yeah, whoa.
I should know Star Wars. I have a whole joke about it.
Yeah. Also, wait, can you do me a favor? Because this was something I didn't plan, but now I really want to show you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you my cell. I want you to text me. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That was Mark Zuckerberg. I want you to text me really quickly so you can hear this. I trust you'll just bleep this out because it's going to be so dangerous for me.
Yeah. Max, when you're editing this,
is he?
Right here, cut out. And not yours, the one I asked if you knew. And this part.
Oh. Ooh. Are we not allowed to know her?
No, it's just
Is this an ex?
No, it's one of my like old theater directors, and I don't want to mention someone's name if they don't want me to.
Yeah, that's so fair.
But anyways. So, if you were to text Taya,
you're gonna like type out a whole text, huh?
Hello there.
And this has been Max Newts, and this is the Pretty Good Podcast with your host, Taya. She wins.
Where does the last name come from, other than like your lineage? Like Nude Son?
Oh, I think it's some German thing. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I know. Fuck. I've honestly, from what I've heard, I don't think our family was like the chill Germans.
Yeah, they just lived in Brazil.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know, but we might be a Nazi family. I don't know. I haven't asked. I don't think so, actually. No, my grandma left there at the time.
Fix my shorts. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
know.
This is why you should talk to your family.
Czechoslovakian. That's not even a thing. Scandinavian. Czech Republic. Is that Czechoslovakian? I think I'm making that up right now. I'm Czech.
Czechoslovakia isn't
Czechoslovakia.
And then Czech Republic. I don't know if those are different or not.
I don't know.
I feel dumb.
I'm one of the Czechs. And checkmate.
That checks.
I think I'm just Czech and Irish. Eh?
Are you good? Can you do an Irish accent?
No, Barry the boy. Not really.
Have you seen Belfast?
I watched half of it. I watched the black and white half. And then I got really bored.
You didn't like
which
it?
is like pretty fucked considering it's like a big historical thing and like I should probably appreciate it more and actually watch it and learn. I'll go back and watch it.
Was it were you just
I was
maybe
on
it was
a date.
Late. Maybe
I was on a date.
You were focused on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a great movie.
I did like what I saw. My brain needs a little bit of like stimulation sometimes, like color, but then again, like I say that, but one of my favorite movies is all in black and white, so I think I'm just lying right now.
What's that movie?
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
I've not.
It's an Iranian horror movie from 2014. It's really good.
I've been wanting to get seeing how horror people are into horror. It looks like so much fun. I just get so fucking scared and when
I still get scared.
Some dude invites a girl over, so she's like and then grabs him or what. I'm the girl. I will I don't want to look at it. But like Silence of the Lamb, I love the movie. It's so, but it fucking scares me.
And
that's why I just what was I fucking getting at?
Okay,
I don't
take
know.
your
It's
time.
that's why with certain movies, especially like feel good ones or any movie that's not a comedy, it's what I'll cut you slack for not seeing all of Belfast is like you do need to be emotionally available to watch them.
Yes.
And they are emotionally taxing. And I think a good movie, a good feel-good movie, like you feel exhausted after.
Yeah, because you cry and you experience everything.
Yeah.
That's what a good feel-good should do, and that's what About Time should do. You should go watch that. It's about a guy who travels in time to, like, meet the love of his life. Do you have a favorite film?
Singing in the Rain.
Oh, okay, nice. Have you...
It's just, it was up there, so that's how I remember.
There you go. Fair enough. Have you seen... I mentioned it earlier. I think you said you hadn't, but speaking of horror, you shouldn't see it if you're really terrified. It's called Talk to Me, and it's the new Australian horror film that's like... It came out a year ago in Australia, and it's just like rampant in America right now. It's like so good. It's the scariest movie I think I've ever seen.
Okay.
But I'm not someone who gets like affected by horror movies a ton. Like I'll get scared in the moment. But I was shaking and crying at one point, and like I've been sleeping with the light on for 3 weeks now. I'm not kidding. Like I've been sleeping with my salt lamp on.
Oh boy.
After I lick it, of course, but you know.
You're a dear. So I want that. Like I want to feel that from a movie. But that's also a lot to feel.
It's too much.
I'm nervous.
But it was so good. The way I've been getting over it is I've been watching interviews with the brothers that directed it because they're just absolute fuckwits.
Okay.
Like they'll be like, ah! Like Australians do.
Of course.
Yeah, and instead of saying afternoon, they say avo. Or instead of AC/DC, they say akadaka. So it's helping a lot to just watch them in their natural Australian state.
When you watch the movie the next time, you feel like the directors are dorks. The directors are dorks.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Or like those contortionists that do the really fucked up like.
Or this looks like there's a ghost in them.
Yeah. I just go to their Instagram and check out that they're just like normal people with weird bones.
I'm fun. I can just bend my shoulder wrong.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you have any weird ailments like that? Like you broke your arm or something and now it...
This is something I want to talk about next week at stand up, but I will do it right now because like it's fine.
It'll come out later than next week.
Yeah,
So
it's
you're
also
good.
not like super. I haven't talked about this out loud yet. I just thought about it.
An exclusive.
Woohoo! Whenever I started doing this a few years ago because when I was in high school, I used to do a lot of hot yoga, and I fucked up my shoulder really badly one day. But like it was like one of those slow fuck ups where like something popped out of place, but it doesn't hurt and it's not like hindering you, but it's gonna be like that for the rest of your life, you know. And so hold on. Do you hate that? Are you like a hating bone crack person?
Just the neck. Like I pop
I'm sorry.
but like...
Do you pop your back?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
That's a cool
not
tactic.
impressive. That
Well,
hurt.
that's just cool that you can do it without having to use yourself as leverage.
Yeah. Well, no, I do. I use my arm. But anyway, where I was going with that is I messed up my shoulder. And when I did middle school cheer, I messed up my hip. So both of them pop in and out of place. Like, I don't know if you can hear this, but listen. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Did you hear it?
Can we harmonize?
Ooh. Ooh, yours is crunchy, though.
I'm all too familiar with shoulder injuries.
Yeah. And then the hip just pops in and out of the socket. So I used to hit on guys by being like, feel my weird shoulder.
Exactly.
Exactly. Or like if a guy came over to watch a movie or something, or if we were like seeing each other for a while and I was like, I could tell they were like scared to like cuddle me or something. They'd be like, do you want to feel my hip? Like it's really weird. It pops in and out of place. And they'd always be like, ew, icky.
Did you ever scare him? Like, what the fuck did you do?
No, but when I was in high school, one time my ex-boyfriend pretended, because I didn't know, we dated for like 3 years and I never knew this happened, but he could like he had like a double joint in his finger. And so one day my senior year, we're like hanging out and he goes into my brother's room for a second and tells my brother, who hates him, but hates me more than he hates him.
Okay.
You know, ironically, not like actually. Tells him like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with Taya, don't tell her. And comes running in. Or like comes in, we like play wrestle for a second, you know, like you do in high school, which is so weird. Why do people play wrestle? Anyway, and he like pretends
fight, but not.
Yeah, I just want to punch someone, you know, sock
Like
them.
flirtingly.
Yeah, like a sexy punch.
Yeah.
But he pretends.
Idiot.
But he pretends that I like popped his finger out of the socket, and he's like screaming, crying, like, you need to take me to the hospital. And my brother runs in and was like, Dad, what the fuck did you do? That really fucked me up. I think about that a lot. I don't play wrestle anymore because of that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You ever been in a fight?
No, but I've had a lot of dreams about being in fights. Like sometimes I'll wake up and I'll like think that I was in a fight, but it's really just like those dreams where you like pull someone's hair really hard. Or like I threaten men a lot when we go out to bars because I'm usually like the sober one. I don't really drink like I mentioned earlier. So only like wine sometimes. But I will like defend my friends very strongly because being abroad for 2 months, I noticed that there's one thing you can't do, and it's like be mean to men out because they're actually scary. What?
You're a lass, not a broad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
I'm being a dick.
But they'll like, you know, like men in Europe are like a little bit scarier, and I took that for granted. So since I've been back, like I'll really go in on it. Like a guy came up a couple of nights ago and was like, "You're pretty. What's your name?" And I was like, "Ah." He was like, "Do you want to dance?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "Come on." And I was like, "I would rather like pluck my eyeball out and chew on it and spit it out." And he
Do a whole monologue.
Yeah. Or give me a second. Last night a guy came up and he was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "What?" And like I was like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with him. So then I was like, "I'm deaf in this ear." And he was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "No, I can't hear."
Still deaf.
And then I was like, "Do this ear." And then he screamed it, and I was like, "Whoa!" It was way too loud. I'm not deaf in that ear though. I just like I can't. Or like men will come up to my friends, and that's when it gets serious. Because like someone can fuck with me, but don't fuck with my friend, you know. So it'll be a lot of like, "Go away." They don't expect that.
You.
Yeah, I should keep a spray bottle with me. I have hot friends. I need to do that.
Down.
Yeah, down, boy. Yeah.
Whoa there. Whoa.
Whoa, Nelly.
Reel it in.
Exactly. What about you? Do you yell at men a lot?
Not for that reason. Actually, I've had... This will sound cocky, but like there are some markets where I've got curb appeal to, especially doing a lot of musical theater.
Right.
And I've had to be very stern with some people. That's where I'm fucking with, because like, I mean, usually if like a guy is hitting out, it's not like in a harassy, it's usually nice. And I've been able to just like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. Like as much as you're turning my heart on," but like
I'd love to try, but I can't.
Yeah, I know why you think this. I get it. But at the end of the day, we can hang out. But
yeah, we can be bros.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's other things I yell at. The last time I don't raise my voice really. I try not. I'll brag again. I've been trying the last little bit to not get so mad at things, just because I've realized it's exhausting, and I've been trying to sort of bigger man stuff. Good. But the last time I really had to like yell at somebody, I think it was justified. I was driving in my car, of course I'm in my car, but I was with my friend, and we left. We were at like my friend's dinner thing, and I just brought my friend who was being fun until he got drunk, and then he just sort of, you know, people like really change when they get drunk sort of thing. He would like put his headphones in like while somebody was talking to him. He was just like very out of it the whole time, just kind of being annoying for everybody. And it got to where I was like, I'm going to take him home and whatever. And we left, and we were driving, going like 35, 40 miles an hour. And I thought he was just like asleep, because he was like laying down in this chair with his head off to the side. And then he yanked the e-brake in my car. And I'm not good at drifting cars. I don't do that a lot. But like my car like skidded to a stop, because it does.
That's scary.
And I had to be like, "Did you just pull the e-brake in my car?" And he was like, "We do it in Portland all the time." I was like, "Nobody fucking does that in Portland. No one does that anywhere." And then he was visiting me from Portland. He was like a friend who I knew a while ago, but then like years went by, and I was like, he's probably the same.
As people stay the same.
Right. And turns out he wasn't. And then it got to where he just didn't think he did anything wrong. And I had to be like, like you know when someone's like so drunk that they're just so set on doing their thing, they're not going to listen to you. And it's like I was yelling at him, and he's like trying to turn the music up on the radio. I was like, "You don't touch anything.
Yeah.
You stand there. I'm gonna tie the seatbelt like around your hands so you don't fucking move. And then when we get to my house, I'm gonna take all your shit and throw it into the driveway.
Yeah.
You can sleep in the garage tonight."
Ooh,
and like I had a couch in there. It's a nice garage. There's a TV and everything. But
was he already planning on sleeping in the garage?
no. But like it wasn't the end of the world. I was still being kind of nice, but then I came back in a little while later and I had a bunch of stuff in there that he had broke. And it was like when I came into the garage, he just like stood up kind of like a dog that had been chewing on your stuff. He's like, and I was like, "Did you do this?" And he was like, I don't
It was
know.
like this.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, so your word against mine, and I'm pretty sure none of this was broken before. You lost garage privileges, buddy. And I kicked him into the driveway. And then it got to where I had to lock all my doors, because he kept coming in and just didn't think that that was the last time I yelled.
That's
and
nuts.
That's where I was like, I think I just need to, it's easier to just cut someone off than to, some people you just can't explain things to.
Yeah.
And that was the most I'm going to talk for this. Now back to you.
That's crazy to me because I feel like that's not like why I stopped drinking, but like I just don't drink as much as I used to. Like
I've never been in a fight. Keep going.
What's up?
We were talking about fighting. I've never been in
yeah.
a fight, I guess is the point of that. I've been
Yeah.
punched a lot, but I've never
I've been kicked while I'm down.
I've never returned
A blow.
yes. That kind.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing.
Never done cocaine either. If that narrows.
Me neither. Drugs
We've
scare
had
me.
sex, bro.
Sex before coke.
Yeah.
No, drugs do scare me. But like I've always been the kind of person where I know I'll never do a psychedelic because I think I would want it to end so badly that I would like think about offing myself. And like that's not who I am, you know? Like I love life, but like I hate being high. And so I think that it would just get to my head so much that I would want it to end immediately and I would just get tunnel vision and lose sight of like everything else, you know?
Fair.
So I'm never going to touch drugs in that sense. But what I was going to say is like, sorry, not to get super deep for a second,
No,
but
do
like
it.
with alcohol, I drink like occasionally and it'll usually be like a glass of wine, maybe a big night once every few months with friends. But for the most part, like I just DD, and that's more of a recent thing. Like in the last couple months, it's been like the last like 4 months. And so like, yeah, anyway, there wasn't many like big European party nights like you would think. There was going out and like staying out late, but like anyway, I think that's because like I see so many people get drunk and become completely different people, and I'm lucky enough that like a lot of the people I love aren't like that and like can be the same person while like having some fun bevs.
Sure.
But like there's some people I've met and seen that just like I never want to wake up the next morning and think to myself like I was a terror last night, you know? Yeah. Like when I get drunk, I literally just become nicer to men while we're out and that's it. Like not even nice in the sense of like flirty. Like I will literally just on my birthday, we did a Barbie themed birthday.
Nice.
And that was the first time I had liquor in like a long time. And
This Barbie had liquor.
This Barbie drinks, but I didn't even have that much. And so it was one of those things where like I was just like not even sick the next day. I was just so happy while I was out that like anytime a man came up instead of being mean, I'd be like, "Hi, Ken." And it got to the point where like they stopped talking to me because they'd be like, "What's your name?" I'd be like, "I'm Barbie." They'd be like, "No, what's your name though?" I'd be like, "Oh, Ken." And they'd be like, "Okay, have a good night, Barbie."
It's great. Barbie and it's Ken.
This Barbie's fucked up.
What if there's beach there?
When we saw the movie, my friend Ella and I, we were in Amsterdam, and the Dutch subtitles did not translate that joke well enough. So nobody laughed at that joke except the two of us, the beach off scene. And then we had to explain it to all of our Dutch friends afterwards and be like, no, it was the best joke in the entire film.
It was like an adult one, but not.
Exactly. Like little girls are going to be like, hee hee, the beach, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, beach off.
It's a professional at beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. I I don't think I get like mean drunk, but I know that I have a personality where like it's hard to stop drinking. Like I'm bad at moderating. Like,
that's fair.
It's either I want to drink or I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I've heard I'm really fun drunk, but it's like I just feel like shit. It's more of the harm is on me.
The next day.
Yeah, and like my goal with the drinking, when I think long term with drinking, I want my drunk to be like, I don't like people that are unpredictable in like a scary way, but I like knowing that for some people, like when we're in a certain scenario, they're like, I don't know what Max is going to say, but it's going to be funny.
Exactly.
Like, I like that, like unpredictable, but you're excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, like nothing bad's going to happen.
Like I don't want to be like, oh, he might punch somebody.
Yeah, like oh, he might say a slur. You know?
No, it's like he's thinking of a joke right now. That's what's going on.
He's cooking.
I like a fun, unpredictable, but like there's people that you're always on edge around, and you're just like you're fun, but like I know that you're gonna snap if anything happens.
Exactly. I don't like that. I don't like angry drunks, and I don't like it's not like I just avoid it. I don't like it either, but it's like I don't know, like I'm the same way when I drink. Like if it's not just a glass of wine at dinner, like if I'm having a big night like I mentioned with the girlfriends, it'll be like it's not that I don't stop because I don't know how to, it's just I don't get drunk easily. And so but mostly because I don't really drink liquor. And so I'll drink quite a bit and I still won't feel that drunk, and I'll still be pretty normal, and I'll just like be kind of loose and fun. But then I'll wake up the next day like sick to my stomach, and I'm like, God, like I want to die. Did I say something stupid? And I'm like, I didn't say anything stupid. I just probably like got awkwardly quiet for like 20 minutes and then laughed way too hard at someone's joke.
I'm gonna go home.
Yeah. I saw my professor last night on a night out. That was weird.
Were they also partying?
Yeah, it was my calc professor from last semester. He's like 26, I think. Yeah.
Were you like asking him math problems and stuff, or?
Yeah, I was like, what's the circumference of this drink?
Nerd.
No, I just said hello, and then I think it was like his girlfriend or something. I don't know. But to be fair, I didn't mean to say bitch. I meant to say but bitch. No, but to be fair, like saying hey to your professor who's like close in age to you on a night out with your girls and you're wearing a mini skirt, like yeah, like I get why like a girlfriend might come up and get super territorial. But it was really awkward because I just imagined the conversation after they left, because she came up as I was saying hello and we were just like catching up for a second, because I was the oldest one in that class, you know. It was like a freshman class. Freshman anyway.
That's literally how like I started dating my ex. Like,
she was your professor? No.
Well, it was like we were at a bar and there was a girl there who was mad. Like I was just like out with this group and this girl was like saw this girl and thought that this girl was like hitting on her boyfriend. And so she kept like coming up like, what are you doing? Like, why are you? And then she was like, okay, Max, if this happens again, like pretend to be my boyfriend sort of thing. And then like that was fine. And it went up. But then there were times where she would do it where that girl was never around. And then I was like,
oh, that's sweet.
It was sweet.
That is really
cool.
sweet.
I feel like if you saw it like on film, there's tons of like those little nuances that were where like that would actually look really good on film, where like you see the person like, if I squeeze her hand a little harder, will she know? And squeeze it back, and then she does, and you're like, that's a great.
Or like when people squeeze 3 times, and that's like I love you before actually saying it. Yeah, I love that shit. I love romance.
The little things when there's people all around, but only you know that this little thing is happening.
Speaking of Greta Gerwig, she stars in this film Frances Ha. Have you seen this? She talks in a scene, and it's a black and white film. It's really good though. But she stars in this film, and in this scene, she's talking about how like when you're in a room full of people, but that's your person, you make eye contact across the room, and it's just the most beautiful thing. And it's like NASA talks about all these dimensions and galaxies that exist outside of ours that we can't see, but like this is where those exist, and like that's what she wants. It was so beautiful.
That's pretty. That's really cool.
Pretty.
Those moments haven't happened a lot, but like when they do, yeah, like when you're in a room and it's and like I like it a lot. There's a Mike. Do you know Mike Birbiglia? He's a stand-up comedian, but he has a joke where he says like my wife and I, we hate parties, but we love leaving them. And like that makes me think like, you know, if you have your person, you're at like a loud thing with all these people, like that moment where you both look at each other, you're like, that's fucking like
That's the
let's go, this
best.
sucks. Yeah, I like that. It's nonverbal communications. It's so
Beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Yeah,
That was
I feel like
nice.
pretty is a better word for it than beautiful because it's so delicate. It's nice.
It's like a flower.
Yeah.
Now I feel good. That was really nice.
Yeah. Oh, I
That's
love
sweet.
talking about
What makes you
romance.
happy?
What makes me happy?
Yeah, what's a little...
Mike, I have a cat. Her name's
Okay.
Nefertiti. I call her Neffy. She's one of those. She does this thing where like when you wake her up or when you walk in the room, she stretches and then she like, you put your arms in like the nook of her armpit and you like stretch her even more and she shakes a little. I love it. That makes me so happy. Mickey, my best friend, she's just the funniest human ever. She's the, I don't know if you saw, but I have very supportive friends. They came the last 2 weeks that I did stand up. They're funnier than me, every single one of them. And they're all just so supportive. So I feel like having adult friendships with women is like, it's so special because girls fight a lot growing up, not just like with themselves, but with each other. And we have to like really work hard to have something really beautiful as adults and like work past all like this bullshit of like bullying each other and being mean girls to each other when we're growing up, because we're all mean girls at one point. We all get bullied and bully. And so I think that's what makes me the happiest is like having developed really mature, strong female friendships.
That's nice.
What makes you happy?
Well, I guess I'll piggyback off of that. It generally happens with like friends of mine that are women. Also because I have so many fucking dickhead guy friends. I'm probably one of them too. But when you're talking to somebody and like you can tell like there's listening, but then there's also they just like when somebody gives a fuck about what you're saying. Where it's like as much as I guess if you're like dating somebody, I like when it's like as much as you like each other, even more than that, you respect each other. And when you both like hearing what the other person has to say instead of just tolerating it, where it's like everything the person does isn't a need for you, it's a want. I like that.
I think that's so strong because I think when you initially meet someone, there's like a moment where you kind of decide if they're going to be someone that you like desire or someone that you genuinely like desire in the negative sense of like, you know, like I want them in my life as kind of an accessory, which isn't always bad. You know, I feel like that's what casual friendships can be. And it's like you can benefit from each other. But then there's also like that moment of like, I need this person in my life. But more than that, like I want to make the effort to have them in my life. You know,
it's awesome when like, yeah, you both want to try for each
you're on
other.
the same page.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know, like being in like a one-sided relationship or friendship of any is just exhausting and not fair. And
it sucks when you know, like, because I've been on both sides of a one-sided thing, you know, and it sucks when you know you're on the wrong side where you're not giving as much as they are, but you have to just like finally like have the balls to actually end that and like own up to that. And I think that's like one of the most respectful things you can do is actually have the balls to do that, because I think it's like I respect people up until a moment they like give me reasons not to, and then even then like I'll let them build back up respect, because I think that like life is all about second, third, fourth chances. I think you can cut people out of your life when it's necessary, like you said earlier, but like
don't pull the e-brake. It's almost fucking
exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I think it's important to like, I lost my train of thought for a second.
People change.
But yes.
And I think when you can usually tell when somebody wants to change. One, I think there's a difference between wanting to change for you versus if you say they did something wrong and they wanted to change because they see why what they did was wrong.
Yeah.
And it's sort of for more than you, but also, I don't know. It's there's lots of different ways to change, and some of them are valid. Some of them are for the right reasons, and some of them aren't. And
I think a lot of people, like, when they see they fucked up in some way, rather than changing because they want to be the kind of person that deserves to be with the other person, they try to change because they don't want to lose that person. And I think that's one of the wrong reasons. I feel like you should know when it's really right for you to change. And a lot of the time that comes with like when you're ready to be the kind of person that deserves the other person. Things like that. It's a lot of like being self-aware. I've been an asshole before, so you know.
And you learn. You live and you learn, like Alanis said.
Yeah. Morissette? Yeah. Yeah.
There's an Alanis Morissette song for everything.
There so is. Rain on Your Wedding Day. Are you kidding?
Have you seen or heard the soundtrack for Jagged Little Pill, the musical?
Mm-mm.
They made a musical out of the Alanis' album, the Jagged Little Pill album, and it's like all the same songs from it, but it's just with like Broadway cast singing them.
And like a storyline.
Yeah, they made like what's her song? Over My Head. Isn't it Over My I couldn't help it. So don't be alarmed if I fall. Head over feet. They make that song into a duet, and it's so good.
That's interesting.
And then they sing that ironic song, but the whole time they'll like stop, but after every verse, they're like, "It's not ironic. That's just shitty." Like,
I like that.
if we're using irony as defined in Greek tragedy, I don't think a fly in your drink is like the same.
That's fair. Do you like Fiona Apple?
What is she in?
She's a musician. She does the ones like she had that song Father and Son with Johnny Cash. Or that's not her biggest one. She does like the like kick me under the table all you want. I won't shut up. She used to date some musician. I don't know. Maybe John Mayer. John Mayer sucks, not as a musician but as a person.
Yeah.
Are you a Swiftie?
I like Taylor Swift. Yeah. I don't know what's the beef with
John Mayer and Fiona Apple? I don't know. I don't even know if it was Fiona Apple. I love Fiona Apple.
Okay. You
She's
just don't
great.
like John Mayer?
Yeah, I just don't like that he like likes to date little girls.
Oh.
Because he was like 30 and Taylor Swift was 19.
Oh, they dated? I didn't know that. Okay.
You know the song that's like, Dear John? Because I'm just such a good vocalist.
Well, you just feel like you've been belting it out.
It's
If I
that
sound
one.
fine, you say you do karaoke all the time. And if I can learn to fucking sing, then I'm sure you can too.
Right, I'm sorry.
Don't be mean to yourself. Fuck.
Be confident. You big helmet guy? Do you ski or snowboard?
I
Sorry.
ski.
You ski, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned this earlier. You were like competitive and shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't want to be like I'm really fucking good at skiing. Like I did it like very.
Is skiing kind of hard when you're like really tall? I've never like thought about it.
I mean, no, not for me because it is hard because I get hurt easier. But I skied when I wasn't tall, and so I just knew how to do it. But I mean, I definitely can't flip as fast as some of my smaller friends can.
Right.
There are some of my smaller friends that can flip a lot faster than.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I think you can definitely tell when I'm skiing around because I'm huge. Thanks. I got a lot of legs I can move.
Yeah.
But I think honestly the only downside to being so tall and skiing is injuries.
Yeah.
And that's why like last season I went out, I skied once on like Christmas with my family, but that was it. And it's just because, well, one at the time I was doing a show down in Boise that like was just very physical and I couldn't get hurt or I would just rather not be hurt. I would rather have my body feel good for a show than hurt myself skiing now.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I know that I like doing the skiing that gets you hurt, and I like film more now. As much as I know, I have plenty of friends that think I'm wrong for saying that that just skiing isn't like a priority for me anymore. But like it used to be like skiing. Yeah, I was into it.
Yeah.
But now it's now we just work together.
You know what? He lives in this area. He's a skier.
I know some.
Wait, you're 26. You went to Warm Springs, is that what you said? What? You went to Hidden Springs Elementary?
Hidden Springs, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Did you play, what sports did you do growing up besides skiing?
When I was living down here, I did soccer.
Okay. Do you know someone named Cole Thornton?
Cole Thornton does not ring a bell. Andrew Peterson.
My brother, that's my brother. He did soccer, and he was like a big competitive soccer dude here.
Oh, I did like rush soccer.
Yeah,
if
so
that-
did he.
Oh, okay, I'm sure I saw him.
Probably.
I liked soccer because it kept me in shape, but I did that. And then in middle school, I did cross country and track, just all the tall people things.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took till like senior year where I was like, I don't fucking like soccer.
I hated soccer as a kid.
I get hurt more doing this than I do skiing. Like
I'm
it's
not good at team sports. I've never been good at team sports, which sucks because like I really like camaraderie. Who's Roddery and why are we coming?
I
But
saw Top Gun. It was all gun and no top.
oh, there's a new movie called Bottoms coming out. Have you seen that trailer? I'm not kidding.
I have something to say after this, actually, but keep going. What about it?
Oh, it's
Bottoms?
just about like girls that do a fight club in their high school. I'm gonna go see it tonight.
Fuck yeah.
But go on, what?
There's another movie, an A24 movie coming out called Dicks the Musical.
Is there really? Oh my god, is it the two guys?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
It's got like Megan Thee Stallion in it, and Nathan Lane is in it. And
I love Megan.
it. Looks really funny.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this fella.
I feel like he's a really nice guy. He works in Salt Lake now as a civil engineer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got a picture of him with a turtleneck.
Oh, that checks out as him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know some people.
So
he
wait, when
knows.
did you come back to Boise? Do your parents live in McCall?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I graduated from McCall and went to school in Coeur d'Alene for a year, and then came down here after that. And it's been hunky dory. ever
Nice.
since.
And what else do you do for work? Do you work?
I do work. I have a day job. I'm just matching my guess.
This is great.
Um,
Oh my god, you're wearing green shoes too.
Oh fuck. What did you ask?
Where do you work?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this part out because I don't
that's
like
fair.
the company that much, and
That's
I don't want to
fair.
give them anything.
Yeah.
I work for that. It's just to get like healthcare and stuff,
Yeah.
and then
That's fair.
when I'm not there, I'm just being a goofball for whoever hires me to be a goofball. Yeah.
Nice.
But when someone asks what I do, I don't.
That's fair.
Because I do think I put more time into like film and writing stuff than a day job.
Yeah. That's
And
fair.
so- but what pays the bills and gives me insurance, that
worth
for
it.
the most part. Fuck, I shouldn't. Like this is like good.
You don't have to
hear.
talk about it right now if you don't want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I can. But editing.
That's fine.
Anyways, we've been talking for
I
fucking
know.
ever.
I can't see that far.
It's
so
like an hour and a half.
It's small. Yeah.
This is a longer one.
You kick me out anytime
No,
you want.
I
I
mean,
can talk.
If you have, it's just for
Editing.
like I'm happy to do this again. Maybe when Samson's here, we could have the
I
three
want
of
you
us.
to
That
give
would
him
be
his
fun.
car.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I'll film me giving it to
Please
him
do.
or something.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy to have you on again when he's here.
I
That
would love
be,
to actually
like,
meet him sometime and hear the laugh like face to face, you know? I'd be like, I'm Taya.
Usually,
That was not a good
you
impression.
usually hear the laugh after he says a joke.
Oh, okay.
And everything I've said to his face.
Oh,
And
good. That's fair, yeah.
on camera.
Yeah. If you
Like-
put his face here, you can just say it right here.
I could put up the clip of me telling him, you only laugh at your jokes, and that's not fair. But, Taya, this has been so fun.
Thank you.
You've been pretty fucking good. And if someone was sold by you, what do they do? Someone watched this and they're like, I want to learn more.
Oh, I thought you meant like if I was like
You know, we're in the basement with all of our.
that's I'm not getting my brain went there and I was like, fuck, I need to go home. Like play
sorry.
it back, you'll see my face just drop. My Instagram is Taya Nicole T. People read it as Taya Nicolette. It's just Taya Nicole T. And then if you're into my photography, my Instagram for that is Mama's Favorite. It's MAMMASFAVOURITE, the British way. And my website is tayathornton.com. All my info's on there as well.
In
So-
it.
Woo, in it. Yeah, bruv.
Oh, fucking lovely.
Oh, mug me off, eh? That was bad.
We want to
Thank
end this
you.
on a high note.
Yeah.